Hello, my name is Hubert and I have the pleasure of presenting to you the baits from Libra Lures. Today we are focusing on bassaries, which might seem to be dedicated mainly to bass fishing and its various aspects, techniques, nuances and intricacies. Well, no. It turned out that anglers in Poland and all over Europe are very successfully catching zander, pike, large perch, trout and sea trout with these baits. And let's see what these baits look like. The Libra Lures brand is definitely associated with these kinds of jars, in which you find our worm-like baits for fishing trout, perch, or other fish found in your waters, such as in the bass series we have these large packages of a variety of different baits. In such a package, you will find as many as 8 of our lures. This allows you to effectively hunt for a truly impressive variety of predators. We'll get to that in a moment, but right now, let's move on to the next part about exactly what you can find in such a package. In such a package, not only will you discover our baits, but you will also find additional and comprehensive information and details about what they are made of. And indeed, these baits from the bass series differ in material compared to the trout series. In the bass series, we are dealing with a unique and special blend with added salt. Additionally, these baits are infused with krill aroma, which slightly increases our effectiveness on the water for catching predators. Thanks to the fact that we have as many as 12 colors here, we can target the predators. In fact, indeed, in any conditions, whether our water is very incredibly clear or muddied by heavy rainfall. Look, we have these bright shades right here. This is how they look, as you can clearly see. But we also find our lures presented in more natural colors, in various shades, hues, tones, and nuances, as we can clearly observe in this example. Now let's look at all 4 models available in this series. The first one, Fat Boy Vaki, is a lure that will undoubtedly, indeed certainly, very definitely appeal to anglers targeting large perch and trout. This material is not only incredibly durable and resistant to predators, but it is also floating. Thanks to this, we can use various riggings. In just a moment, we will show you the basic principles and various combinations that we can effectively use here. The really nice thing is that we have a special thickening right in the middle of the body, which gives us even more possibilities in the lure's action or its rigging. Here I have this model rigged with a jig head. This way we can definitely catch perch, zander, or, as I mentioned, large trout, sea trout, or salmon. Let's see how it works in the water and as well. When it comes to the baits from the Bass series, it must be admitted that they are incredibly versatile. What do I mean? Here we have the crazy twisted worm, which we can retrieve steadily, and its tail will do the work for us. Additionally, with such a lure, we can fish from the drop, and we can also allow ourselves various rigging combinations. And here I have an example. When the fishing spot is full of snags, these lures perform excellently on offset hooks. We have a lot, let's say, of some stumps. Such a bait, additionally weighted from the bottom, will work great. Thanks to this, we will be able to fish the most difficult spots where other anglers won't be able to normally guide their bait. It really smells quite good, and here, as some of you may have already noticed, the baits from the Bassaries series are definitely very oversized worms. But here we have another incredibly innovative and unique option in the form of the Bass Crazy Twisted Worm, which ends with a twister tail and is highly effective. Thanks to this, such a lure, even when rigged with a simple jig head, can be very highly effectively presented along some drop-offs or in some bays to catch impressive and remarkable pike or perch. fat stick worm, the third option for those who want to catch large perch, zander, trout, sea trout, or salmon, and other species. This lure additionally has a special cut for an offset hook in a specific thickened area. Thanks to this, we can present this lure in various ways. In a moment, we will show you the basics. Here, I have a lure equipped with a Ned rig head. Thanks to this, we can place it on the bottom, and because we have a floating material, this lure will be very easy for predators to attack. Let's go see how it looks in the water. Base slim, finesse worm. This lure is also suitable for vertical fishing. I already mentioned the flattened tail, and importantly, by giving it action with the slightest movement of our rod, we can effectively catch large perch and zander slightly. And if you follow our social media, especially Facebook and Instagram, you have surely seen the beautiful perch caught with this very model. See for yourself, you absolutely have to try it. In this rigging, it's worth adding a stopper underneath to prevent the soft bait from slipping off the hook. Let's see how it works in the water. There's no denying it, the base series lures will also be effective for catching large trout, sea trout, and salmon. We know that in Poland it is difficult to catch a trout, let's say 60 centimeters, but it is not impossible if we have this type of lure. Such a lure will easily be eaten even by a 40 centimeter trout, and we will be able to comfortably catch selective fish. Additionally, we know more and more anglers are traveling abroad in search of the fish of a lifetime. If you want to always be prepared for the conditions you will face on foreign expeditions, you absolutely must have the Bass series with you, as it is the answer to catching truly large fish. With the Bass series, we primarily want to convince anglers to use slightly larger lures for catching predators. There is undoubtedly a belief that to catch anything, we must use miniature lures. Not at all. Such a morsel will not be a problem for a 30 centimeter perch to eat or attack, not to mention the larger ones. But what is important, let's not be afraid to use larger items, and the Bass series is the perfect answer to what to do to catch more. Today we briefly introduced you to the various models available, the colors that appear here, and in the upcoming episodes, you can expect us to discuss each model in detail, when to use it, how to use it, and how it can be rigged. Everything will be discussed in more detail. You absolutely must definitely follow our account on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok to not miss any of the new things we are preparing for you, and more. And if you need more information about our products, visit www.libralures.com. There you will find the current catalog with all our products that are already available and those that will soon be available for sale. See you definitely in the next video.